to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. I am still away in the hotel room. Wifey and I are visiting family out in the Midwest. So back to the confines of Charlotte, North Carolina. Tomorrow is going down for the family. All right, so follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Follow me wherever you may get your podcasts. Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you may get your podcasts, you will find Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Thank everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. We got to go in today, y'all. But before we get started, you're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We are talking about the future of the dynasty of South Carolina women's basketball and looking ahead to the future. Breaking it down as only Captain Will can. We are currently 9-1, going to play South Florida on Sunday at 2:00 p.m. It's a home game. Finally back at Colonial Life Arena. Can't wait for that to occur. But we actually have to talk about, you know, what's the old saying, old folks say? Like, you can't go look forward until you look back. That's South Carolina. So in order to analyze the team success for this basketball team, you know, you got to go backwards. And if we go backwards, you will see that over the last 5 seasons, that includes the season right here, so that includes this 9-1 season so far, over 10 games. But over the last 5 seasons, South Carolina is 144-9. That's a 94% winning percentage. That's over the last 5 seasons. All right. Over those last 5 seasons as well, South Carolina has 2 national championships, 4 Final Fours. The epitome of excellence in any shape or form you want to say. Those 2 national championships, if we would have beat Iowa that time, it would have been 3 national championships. South Carolina is on a special level in regarding to the top echelon programs in the country. Special. It is rarefied air up there. When you're talking about the top, tippity top. And over the last 5 years, Carolina is number 1. Number 1 in any metric you want to say. Any metric. Carolina is the standard bearer for women's college basketball over the past 5 to 8 years. It's coming from where we were before, where they was basically giving out tickets to see South Carolina women's basketball. And I'm talking about during my era, during my golden age back in the day, to having almost 16,000 screaming fans on a Thursday night at 9:00 p.m. Who would have ever thought that? When you enter Dawn Staley, who is in her 18th year at the University of South Carolina, you develop this program and end up being the three-time national champions. It is so special to see where we have came from and the multitude of players who have came through South Carolina. And we can talk about obviously the Asia Wilsons, who got a statue out front of the Colonial Life Arena. In recent memory, Camila Cardoza and Aaliyah Boston and Bree Bill and Zaya Cook, and you know, those ones that come directly off the memory. And then you can talk about Ty Harris, you know, Kiki Harrigan. We can go on and on. Elena Coates, Bianca Cuevas more. I mean, even, we can even say Taylor Cooper for about a semester and a half. We can go on and on and on and talk about the different players who graced the hallowed stage called Colonial Life Arena in the University of South Carolina. But here's the thing. The past was amazing. But the future for this program is, to me, it looks even brighter. It really does. And if we actually look at the current roster, the way it's constructed, and then we break down the freshmen and the sophomores that's on this team, it is it's a wealth of goodness on this basketball team. Currently, let's say this right here. In the WNBA draft, well, after the season, we're going to lose Powell, we're going to lose Bree, we're going to lose Sania Feagin, we're going to lose Akima Walker. Those players all will be gone. Okay. Before the season began, I was speculating that Raven possibly be gone. And if she continues to do well this season, she's had a really good stretch over the last 4 or 5 games. And that continues to progress, we might hear some of those whispers again. Well, we're going to, for hypothetically speaking, we're going to say Raven's coming back again for next season. Got it. So those players are gone. But returning to the University of South Carolina, Tessa Johnson, Raven, MiLaysia, Adhel Tac, so many future stars that are mixed with current stars. I like that. Because on this squad next year, you have Raven Johnson, who's going to be a senior. You can have Maryam Dauda, who's going to be a senior. You have Chloe Kiss, who's going to be a senior. Ashlyn Watkins, who's going to be a senior. Those 4 players will be the quote-unquote cornerstone or the experienced group of this squad. And when you mention Raven and Chloe and Ashlyn and Maryam, who we have not seen yet of what she can and will be as a Gamecock. But believe me when I say this, she is a really good player, y'all. She is a really good player. But potentially with Chloe and Ashlyn, 2 post defenders who can put the ball in the basket and can rebound the basketball, you are definitely looking at 2, first-round picks next season, 2026. That'd be 2020. Yeah, first-round picks in 2026 from those 2 players. For sure. Throw in Raven Johnson, who's going to be a first-round pick, in my humble opinion, next year, 2026 again. Those are 3 players that's going to be guiding the young pup along the way on this squad. So right now, with the sophomores on this team as it is right now, you talk about Fulwiley, who's a sophomore now. Next year, be a junior. Tessa will be a junior next year. Adhel Tac will be a sophomore. You got Maddy McDaniel going to be a sophomore. You got Adhel Tac, who's going to be a incoming freshman. Tessa, I mean, it just goes on and on and on of reloading a mixture of talent, of potential, and of experience. That's the way Carolina does. So you lose Powell and insert MiLaysia Fulwiley into that position next year. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. And then you lose Bree and you insert Tessa Johnson into the starting role. Got it. You lose Sania Feagin and you insert either Watkins, Joyce. If Adhel is ready to go, Adhel, man, you got a plethora of players that you insert into the starting lineup for next year. The future is bright any way you slice it. And then after that year, you're talking about Maddy McDaniel will be a junior, along with the Adhel Tac, who will be a a sophomore, Adhel Tac, I haven't even talked about, is a 6'2" wing who can do a little bit of everything and play some hard-nosed defense. She is a typical South Carolina Gamecock basketball player. The player who will guard you on the defensive end, who will shoot your lights out on the offensive end, and wants to grow and not afraid of competition. There's a lot of players out there in high school basketball who don't want to earn their right to get minutes. And those are just the facts. In high school basketball, in college football, you're seeing a big thing that's going on, especially college football, with the NIL. And this is like every time I go on Twitter, or you see, oh, such and such entered the portal, other end of the portal, and into the portal. We got kids going to a different college every year of their college career because they want to get the best position. They want to be guaranteed a starting role. I like Adhel Tac because she wants the challenge of playing and practicing for the number one team in the country, okay, over the last 5 years. And if we take a step back and she's only a recruit right now in the class of 2025, but we still got a shot at a guy maker that's number 4 overall recruit in this class. She hasn't she hasn't made an announcement saying where she's going to go. She said she's going to take her time. It's going to take a little while longer to decide on where she wants to go. It could still be South Carolina, and if a guy maker and it decides to go to South Carolina and accept that challenge, and along with Adhel Tac, that is a very good. You got 2 big wing players who can also guard and handle the ball. That is great. But when you fast forward to the 2026 class, who South Carolina is already in the top 7, top 10 with multiple players. I mean, you're talking about Olivia Edwards, 6'3" forward. She's currently 4th in the class of 2026. Outstanding player. You have Jordan Jackson, 6'1" wing. She's currently ranked number 9. You have Olivia Bucaso, who's 6'4" center, currently 5th in the rankings for 2026. And you got McKenna Willisco, who's 6'2", another wing forward, who's currently 6th. Those rankings will change over the course of time during this basketball season. But at the end of the day, South Carolina has a seat to the table for multiple recruits in the 2026 class. And what I like about it, Dawn is focusing on big wings who can guard and who can also shoot that thing. So you got a player like McKenna, who's 6'2", who can shoot the 3 probably better than anybody in that 2026 class. Make no mistake about it. 6'2" from California. Okay. And you have a player like Olivia, who is 6'4", a forward/center, who plays that more traditional role that the Gamecocks have been used to in that size of in the post center. Adhel is that player, and will develop into a much better player over the next couple of years. But she is an excellent player as well, and would be great for that 2026 class. And then you have Olivia Edwards, who can do everything. Good size, 6'3", and Jordan Jackson can do. I mean, the 2026 class is a very important class for the South Carolina women's basketball team, and I expect us to hit on multiple players during that recruiting cycle. But the message for fans and fams over the next 2 to 3 years who might have a little hesitation on the trajectory or the possible decline of the South Carolina women's basketball team, please, baby, please do not think that way. Do not think that way. The future is so bright for this Carolina basketball team. So bright. And I see it over the next 3-4 years during that class, because this is the thing, right? That class of 2023 recruiting cycle could go down as the best recruiting cycle that South Carolina's ever had. Real talk. And in that cycle, you got Fulwiley, you got Tessa Johnson, and you had Chloe Kitts. 3 players who could go down as 3 of the best players that South Carolina's ever had. That is a statement for recruiting and also for the misses that the recruiting rankings did. Hey, MiLaysia Fulwiley, 13. No. Chloe Kitts, 17. No. Tessa Johnson, 25th. Come on. This is a disservice to those young ladies during that recruiting cycle. But it's fine. That's 2 years ago. It is fine. Makes no difference, no matter whatever. We got all the receipts, and we'll continue to have those receipts over the next few years. South Carolina ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, J-Rock did this beat.